Hey, how you doing? Sagittarius with air in their chart? Sagittarius with air in their chart. Whew. Where do I start? Let me start with a bravo. Congratulations for never giving up and making it this far. Congratulations. Um, we're going to talk about kind of your divine masculine, your divine feminine, and your inner child, and the advice they have for you at this time. Next week, next couple of weeks, whenever you find this. You're very fiery, not surprisingly. Um, you're very intelligent. People don't know how intelligent you are. And how do I say this? This isn't going to be for everybody, but I think for some of you, you are going to be entering a new time in your life where you realign with the spirituality. Almost the exact opposite of the last Sagittarius reading, where it was saying you really need to get away from that religion. This is almost saying a traditional religious setting might help you through this next couple of weeks, or a traditional way of praying or connecting with your higher power, whatever that means to you. Because I think you're kicking an addiction. It doesn't even have to be serious. It could be like you're not going to eat as much sugar anymore because it's causing you to be weaker when you could be stronger. So there's something that you're doing where you are choosing strength, which really means you're choosing freedom. So that's a congratulations, a step up and a level up from last 2 weeks ago. We were saying you kind of need to do that, and you have done that. But you're still kind of in a place of darkness. The light at the end of the tunnel is there, and you're absolutely moving towards that. In fact, you're kind of creating your own light, abundance, understanding, enlightenment, power. It could even just be that. So, the darkness meaning that there might be, you're not able to see all the facts yet. So if it's a situation where maybe there was a drug addiction, you're choosing wisely by quitting that, because there's a self-awareness here that you understand that it comes from this situation in your childhood where there was abuse. Maybe you grew up in a religious family and you were abused by someone who was in power in that church. Maybe there are old memories that have come back and you've had to acknowledge that and see that for what it is, or even just remember that. And that is the enlightenment. That is the light bulb moment. That is the understanding of, oh my God, that's why I'm hurting myself, or why I was hurting myself, keeping myself on the ground when I really should be in the sky. So it's almost saying that you can have a religious connection or be a part of a traditional religion, and it doesn't have to be the doom and the gloom or the end of the world. Maybe it was like the world's gonna end in the chaos, and a prepper situation. Same story that's been going on since Roman times. It's the oldest trick in the book. You keep people scared on the edge of their seats. I'm sure in that situation they really believed it. But is it not child abuse to teach that to a child? And here you are, you've grown up. And instead of rejecting everything religious in the world, kind of, it's saying you can find your place and your enlightenment and your reintegration with your enlightenment that you're just remembering, like an old soul kind of thing. Okay? But you had to go through this gauntlet. Um, And it's time to forgive yourself. Really forgive. Your inner child is asking you, please forgive me. And maybe your adult can look back at that inner child and ask for forgiveness as well. Please forgive me. I was not honoring you. I was not honoring my inner child. I was hurting you. If you'd lost all self-esteem because of abuse or just being cruelly treated, cruelly regarded, you lose some self-esteem sometimes, right? And end up hurting yourself. Addictions, bondage, you know, bondage that you need to walk away from. And so, you could look at a little picture of yourself as a child and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. The little child say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. You forgive each other. This is, I know that I cannot change the past. The past is over and you have won. You are successful. You can celebrate. Your advice from your inner child, your divine masculine and your divine feminine in this case are all the same. It's celebrate yourself. You've done it. You did it. You're free. Whatever karmic thing you had to work out or free yourself from, you're doing it. You did it. And if you don't feel like that's resonating for you yet, it's coming. But that baby step is the forgiveness. And maybe you just need to say it out loud. I forgive you. For being naive, for not knowing how to protect myself at the time. And maybe even if you need to really make a goal with yourself to end an addiction, maybe you haven't done it yet, but you thought about it, that's your first step. That's your first step, okay? There might be some comfort for you in a traditional religious setting to help you through that rough patch, where you can see from a bird's eye view, from like a guardian angel's point of view, and see that, you fought the devil and you won. How could you ever be sad again? Yes, there's some things that are still clouding this bird's eye view, but it's coming. Okay, so not everything's been revealed yet. So hang on, be patient. But more importantly, forgive yourself. And wherever you find comfort, that's where you find comfort. But you're not going to judge yourself for that. That might evolve into something else that makes you a little more comfortable. Who knows? But you start there. This is enlightenment, okay? This is someone who's been cruelly treated and badly regarded by something that made them turn in on themselves because they weren't able to protect themselves. You didn't lose, you win. They didn't win, they lost. Maybe there was something that wanted to keep you in bondage, keep you trapped. You won. So keep that same energy here, even if it feels dark. You are freeing yourself from this bondage. You've done it. And you might fall in love. Like you might, if you're just like, I just want to go to church for whatever reason, just go with it. Be open to adventure. Be open to adventure. You might meet someone there. Like you might meet someone at church that turns out to be your one and only, your true love. And if that doesn't resonate, it means that it's going to get you back in touch with your own inner sense of adventure. So your homework assignment, instead of just being open to a traditional religious setting, it would be open to imagining doing anything and going anywhere. For example, you're going to change the way you word things. Instead of saying, I've always wanted to go to Tanzania, but I don't have the money and I have this job and I gotta do this and this. What you're gonna do is say the first part, but not the second part. For example, you're going to say, I've always wanted to go to Tanzania, full stop, and period. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable just doing that? Yeah, there was some serious bondage from your childhood, from this abuse. Almost like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to think about things like that. But whoever you are, you're incredibly strong. And most of the people in your life don't know what you've been through. If you have children, they don't really know what you've been through. They might have a small idea, but they really don't know. Sometimes parents love their children so much they don't want them to even have it in their minds how cruel the world can be because you want to protect your children. And this isn't saying that you have to tell everybody everything. You don't. You don't have to say anything to anyone as long as you are in a self loving, self forgiving mode where you are honoring that inner child that was hurt, So you can move on here because you are moving on. You are doing it. So that part of yourself, I'm adventurous, anything is possible, was muffled. So this homework assignment is I want you to get out a pen and a piece of paper or write it on your phone if you like that better. 5 things without the second part that comes after the but I can't because. I've always wanted to go here. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to try this food. It doesn't have to be serious. It could be low stakes. I've always wanted to go to that beach. Full stop. And if you're too frustrated to do that, just get the pen and the piece of paper and you can do it later when you feel like it. I've always wanted to blank, full stop. You're too much in your head. And the reality of the situation is you're free and you can do anything and you can go anywhere and no one can stop you. Only your own resentments, basically, and some kind of residual guilt and shame. Don't owe anybody an explanation, but you owe yourself some time to rest and to heal. And if that means going to church, then that's what it means. It's not forever, but whatever is bringing you comfort at this time, go with it. Pat yourself on the back. It's time for a celebration. You really should be planning a vacation. You really should be. So start with those baby steps. You forgive yourself and you've always wanted to do this. Not so difficult. Everything happens in divine time. You have no regrets. You didn't lose. You win. And you're just going to keep on winning. You're just going to keep getting flyer. Okay? You just needed to get out of your head a little bit, but it's not your fault that you were there, so don't even go there. You're a winner. You're fantastic. You're enlightened. Everything will be illuminated. What is that? Is that a book? So whatever is kept in the dark, that's the last thing I'm going to say here. Everything will be illuminated. If you're unable to make decisions at this time, it's because that's still about to come out. So hang in there. Stay strong. Just a little bit more courage. Okay, don't let anybody drag you down. Don't let anybody tell you nothing, basically. But have that support if you need to at this time of a traditional religious setting, or it could even be a damn 12-step program. Maybe you never thought that would work for you, and suddenly it's like, I don't know, maybe. Try it out. Try it out. This darkness won't last forever. You're doing it. I'm proud of you. You're beautiful, you're brave, you're abundant. And this rough patch is about to be over. So hang in there, Sagittarius. Were they in your chart? I'm Walker, this is Dance Walker Tarot. If anything made sense and it resonated and you feel comfortable, leave a comment below. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye-bye.